just go ahead and get into it. I feel like we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
There's so much. So you just released Nasty.
Yes.
So that's off of Quantum Baby,
Yes.
which is going to be your follow-up to BB Angel.
Yep.
Tell us about the formation of the song and what this says about this new part and installation of, of your trilogy.
Well, I'm excited for the second chapter to be released. I think it definitely furthers the narrative and tells the story. But this song specifically, I just wanted to drop in time for summer because I feel like we need to be outside. We all want this kind of like fun party, sexy energy. And so I thought it was perfect to start the era.
Yeah, because the girls are battling between Needs and Nasty. Like, they don't know who's the supreme.
You know, don't put two bad bitches against one another, you know?
Let two bad bitches be friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I love to see it personally.
So do I.
So
who doesn't?
I mean, come on. If you don't, it's you. That's the problem. So thinking about, you just said this is the second part. I want to know what it is about the story that you're telling that made you decide to put it out in a 3-part series. And when did you start creating this story?
I mean, I started creating all the music for this project about 2 years ago, honestly, a little over. But I thought, just based on the climate of how people are consuming music and the fast pace and like how quickly content is, I don't know, I feel like just kind of like ran through, that I really wanted to just kind of take my time and pace myself with releasing the music and make sure that I gave everyone time to really sink their teeth into every piece of the album. And so I thought it was exciting to be able to release it in sections and really just like let it marinate.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, from the way that I get to view your career, it's definitely been a shift into you being independent in a lot of ways, but obviously with releasing.
Yeah, totally.
How do you think that has affected your creativity and will and drive and presentation?
I mean, I think it gives me the freedom to be able to release in installments like this. You know, I already have the plan to be able to continue to drop, and, you know, I'm never worried about, like, you know, I just guess like the trajectory. I felt like in the past, like there was a lot of pressure on each release to kind of prove that you deserve a next release. And so I feel like that's kind of out the window, and that's really nice to have that freedom.
Yeah, just to be able to create and just be
absolutely.
Like, I'm waking up and today this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna do it tomorrow
and
too.
follow your instincts and never question that. I think that's really special.
Instinct and like intuition, I think are really, I guess I would say, representative of who you are.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the BB Angel visual experience you gave.
Yeah, thank you.
And if that could go platinum, it would.
Thank you
in my
so much.
household.
Thank
I would.
you.
Tell me about why you wanted to create this world for us and do that. I mean, the choreography was insane.
Thank you so much.
It's in the world, and then we're about to get another world with Quantum Baby, and then with the third installation.
Yeah.
So tell us about that choice.
Just going deeper and deeper. I think it's, again, the thought process behind it was really allowing people to be able to kind of experience the world like as fully, as completely as it could. And I think the live experience of the show and creating new choreography for every number is always something that, to me, furthers the narrative and tells the story even deeper. But not everyone gets to experience that, because not everyone gets to come to the show, and not everyone gets to see how we're translating the emotion of the song into, you know, the movement. And so I really wanted to be able to give everyone access to that part of the creative process and document, and also kind of give like a full length, you know, version of the album that you could visually associate with it as well.
Yeah, and it was great to see it when I saw your set, to get to see the movement find its way in there, and I was like, And so I get it to be able to give people so many opportunities to invest in the world, even if it can't look one way, it can look this way and another way. So thinking about that with your set, obviously Janet Jackson served as an inspiration.
Yeah, she's queen.
She's the blueprint.
Yes, of course.
What is it about Janet Jackson that is so inspiring to you and the music that you make and how you make it?
I think, I mean, from like a music perspective, I think it's the fact that, to me, she's kind of genreless. She always kind of creates things that feel really true to her, but, you know, she's created pop, she's done dance, she's done electronic, she's dabbled in, obviously, R&B, hip-hop. There's so many different elements to her music, and it doesn't fit into one box. And I think that that's, you know, the true definition of a pop star, as well as just being like so well-rounded as like an entertainer and a human being. Like, those are all the things that you want to see. Great performance, great, you know, concepts, outfits, fashion, personality, all the je ne sais quoi. So yeah,
she got that.
Yeah, she got that.
All that je ne sais quoi,
and
all
more.
of it, really, truly. I think that's interesting when you think about like a pop star, right? I think it's interesting when we talk about pop. I think from, you know, if you just one side looking in, you think pop is just popular, but you really think about the person who's driving trends and driving where we're going to be 5, 10, 15 years from now. The fact that you can pull a desert choreography scene from, you know, the aughts and then bring that into the here for Nasty. It's like, I think that's one of the really interesting things about pop stars and about the music that you create. It's like we'll be able to use your references. Yeah, like you'll be on the vision boards. Yeah, I think
that's definitely always the goal, is to kind of think about longevity and the legacy that you're going to leave in the future, and making sure that every piece of your art and every decision that you make kind of reflects that, and thinking very long term as opposed to kind of looking for instant gratification. And I think that helps to maintain like a certain level of quality always.
So one thing that I think about with you is like, if I were to imagine what your vision board would be, I feel like I could see something like a Beatle and then Beethoven. Like, I feel like you could be anywhere with it.
Oh, yeah.
What's on your vision board for Quantum Baby and for the next installation?
Okay, I think just kind of expanding my reach, and also like getting deeper into who I am as a person. I think that with every single phase of, you know, my growth, there's been, you know, people who have like they always have like a concept of who you are and what you do, and I love to be able to continue to challenge people's perceptions of me, and also just kind of reintroduce them to maybe even the person that I am now, you know, how I've evolved from the person I was in the last project, and, you know, just kind of keep going deeper.
So we were just talking about all of your choices making sense.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your first project and your most recent project have in common.
Wow. Okay. My first project was called In Case We Die, and it was very like, I put it out in 2012, and there was very like a lot of conversation about the end of the world and getting very existential, and so that was like a big inspiration for the concept of that album. And I think that the concept of Quantum Baby is also kind of existential in a way, because it's kind of thinking about the questions of reality and the nature of reality and how things kind of maneuver in reality and kind of the paradoxes that lie there. And so I think that that's something that's very reflective of how I've begun. It's like answering these, or not necessarily answering these deep questions, but kind of considering these deep questions, and like how that reflects your, you know, understanding of yourself in the world and relationships and like the different things that you go through.
So I want to play a little bit of Frankenstein.
Okay, what's that?
Okay, so what I want to do, I want to think about if you could create your perfect song, project, collaboration. I want to know who would be on that. Like,
okay, great.
Whether it's Dev Hines producing, and then you have this person doing the horns.
Okay,
and
nice.
I want to know, let's Frankenstein, what is the perfection?
Okay, so Frankenstein, a perfect song. Okay, we're gonna have Kate Tronada main production, because like gets the party going, sets the tone. Then we're gonna have like DJ Mustard come in and do some drums, because we want that like West Coast blat on there, you know. And then and then there's always gonna be, you know, I'm gonna sing, and
me.
That'll be me. And then, you know, we're gonna have like a little rap verse in there, which is also going to be some West Coast shit. We're going to have YG come in and give us some like hype vibes. And then we're going to break into like some type of like musical bridge, because I always love when the song like switches from one vibe to another. And the musical bridge is going to take us into like a Sade-esque space. Ooh. And actually Sade is featured on this song. And produced by the Neptunes. And they're going to make up and become friends again, and it's going to be great.
Like, please, guys, get it together, because we need this song. Like, please stop.
Yes,
stop.
Thanks.
Please. Two bad bitches. Why can't they just be friends? I don't get it. But, okay, so you started this project, this trilogy, 2 years ago. So, we've got BB Angel. We've got Quantum Baby.
Yep.
What can you tell us about the third installation?
Okay, well, the third installation is, you know, it's part of this concept, but I think that the best part about releasing it in threes is it gives you the space and the room to evolve it as kind of the narrative plays itself out, which I think is really interesting. Like, as I release different songs, it kind of inspires me to kind of change just little subtle things about like how it's rolling out, or like which songs I end up, you know, sticking with, which songs I revisit. So as much as, you know, the concept is definitely there, it's also still evolving, which is really fun, because then I can keep it so fresh.
Yeah, it's like an amorphous like little block.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Each day it could look different. Like the track list could look different.
Yeah.
We might need this actually, or these drums might need to be going here. And I just went out and I heard this song and like I love the way this feels. Yeah. So, like, we could put that in there.
Absolutely.
So ever changing, ever evolving.
Ever evolving, just like me.
Very much like you. Wow, crazy how that how that works. I love that. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was really fun.
I'm glad. I can't wait for this Frankenstein track to come out.
Yes, okay. We're putting that out there in the universe. Thank you.
You heard it here first. All right. Thank you.
Bye.